This is a mouldy Atari 2600 cartridge, and its label is torn and also shows some mould. I think it's fair to say that these original labels are beyond saving. So with some sticky photo paper and some inkjet spray varnishy stuff, we're going to design and print some new labels, and we're going to do it right now.
Mark fixes stuff. This video is sponsored by PCBWay. You can get an instant quote on a variety of services, or browse a library of talented makers' designs, add them to your cart, and have them delivered directly to your door.
These cartridges were in a lot I got off of eBay. I paid about 70 pence each for them, including shipping. I picked a couple out because I want to clean them up, approximately reproduce the labels and see how they look after. The black spotting on the Atari 2600 Defender cartridge label is quite bad, but it's nothing compared with the carnage wreaked on the Activision cart, Spider Fighter. You can just imagine how long these have languished in the damp, forgotten and unloved. Miraculously, both cartridges work, although they do take a hell of a wiggle. Not in my console, thank you. We'll start with Spider Fighter. Using my trusty hairdryer to heat the adhesive, we start to remove the old label. And it starts to come off quite easily. The adhesive is quite dry and gives readily to the heat. This label is for the International Edition, but I think we'll do a simple English version for the replacement. The old glue will need to be removed, and the cart shell and contacts cleaned as well. Let's see what horrors lurk inside. And surprisingly, it's just dusty. The PCB looks to be in good condition, although the contacts are really filthy. At least they're not corroded. This level of dirt usually builds up over time and coagulates into a caked-on solid mess. Normal cleaning methods don't begin to move the crud, and it sticks resolutely fast to the contact fingers. The next contender for the contact cleaning crown is Brasso wadding. This is a specialised metal polish, and is quite harsh on contacts if overused. That being said, it makes great progress in cleaning off the contacts, with only a few very stubborn contaminants remaining. At this point, continuing with the Brasso is overworking some of the contacts. Let's try another technique. This is a fiberglass pencil. Its tip is composed of hundreds of needle-like fiberglass shards. When you use a fiberglass pencil, be careful because the dust created is an irritant, and the fragments can get lodged in the skin like splinters. Using the tip of the pencil, we wear down any oxidization or dirt on the remaining contacts. contacts are looking much better now, and should put paid to any need to wiggle the cart in the console. With that done, I think the board is now okay. Turning our attention to the case, we need to carefully remove these spring-loaded inserts. For cleaning plastics, I recommend a cheap window cleaning solution. It really dissolves dirt and is much more effective than IPA on grime. Sometimes a stubborn patch of dirt might need an extra soaking. Aqueous-based cleaners are more useful on non-greasy grit, grot and grime, but you do have to have some patience. Whilst we clean, let me mention that this channel is driven by my amazing patrons. Patrons get advertisement-free access and exclusive posts whilst helping me to create more content like this. You can become a patron too at patreon.com/MarkFixesStuff. With the inside of the cart cleaned, we need to get this glue off. For that, we need isopropanol alcohol. IPA, as it's more commonly known, is a solvent and does a good job of gently breaking down the old glue. But even when I'm chemically assisted, it's slow going. Eventually though, the hard work and perseverance pays off, and we're left with a shiny shell. Let's knock up a label and see how it looks. Starting with the dimensions of the label, I loaded in a picture of the international version of Spider Fighter. Despite the flaws in this price tag, this was the best example I could find of the screenshot in Google Images. My first task was to clean up the gameplay shot a bit. I wanted to then create a new layer with just that action shot on. I wanted it clean, but not too digital looking. With the gameplay shot looking pretty good, I set about making an orange overlay with fonts roughly matching the original, albeit this time I've chosen to replicate the English market label for simplicity. Back in the early 80s, the fonts would have been applied by hand to the label designs, often using Letraset characters. This can make matching the spacing and feel of the text difficult with a computer package. This isn't the most accurate approach, but I do prefer the crispness of a recreated label over the fuzziness of a scanned label. Not that I had anything to scan anyway. It's more of a label in the style of the original. The fonts we ended up using were Century Gothic, Hammerfat and Mumbo SSK, and they were a pretty accurate style match. I also manually tweaked some of the spacing because the font spacing was too large and regular to match the human design label from 1982. I could easily fit 4 of these on a sheet, or maybe even 5, so it's quite economical on sticker paper. I made a template for the Atari picture label cart so we can whiz through Defender. Again, I found found art on the web. It's not exact, in fact it's not even the same cropping, but it's close enough. I'll upload these templates for my Patreon supporters in case any of them wish to use them. Let's see how this goes. The initial printing looked good. Once